Hello there, Freddy here. Welcome to a new video from the Midnight Walk. And if you remember to the previous episode where Potboy fell into this toothy hole, so we have to go save him again. Definitely go watch it. But anyway, I have bad news because I already recorded this episode, but it got recorded without the sound, so I'm recording it now, and hopefully this time it'll work. But that also means that I spoiled myself, so yeah, I know how to go through this, meaning we will go through it faster at least. It's gonna be less fails and stuff. If this would have happened in Enshrouded, for example, I don't think it would be that big of a difference. I don't think it would be that big of an issue, but atmosphere is like #1 thing in this game, so I couldn't release episode like that. But anyway, so far, not much is happening. And not much will be happening. Until soon enough. Right. This is just a dead end. Nope. It's not just a dead end. Right, it's this one. The Ghost of the Colhaven. I'm sorry, oh, here's the mask from the, you know, the woman that got burned alive. Poor her. But yeah, so luckily I didn't have to pass the entire game all over again because I learned that we can just play individual chapters. Right, and this closed behind us. But still, it took forever to get here. Now, here comes an interesting part, because
go that way. Walk the walk.
Right, I don't think there's anything here. I'm pretty sure I checked. So I don't know why it's here, because I feel like we're not coming back. Ever. Right, and these guys show us the path. That'll be important soon.
Follow the fire.
Because now we have to close these eyes in a specific order. And yeah, this guy shows us the way. There's this one, then this one, then this one.
Go that way.
You're right, we go this way. And if we would have did it in a wrong order, it would open this one. And there's the grinner behind us, and it would kill us. Yeah, that's the lesson that I learned. Wait, now I'm not sure. Right, here's an eye. Jump scare! It doesn't really do anything. It's just a jump scare. Alright, let's continue. Right, and here we have to do this. I'm still not sure how exactly, because it needs to be in like very specific way. Like it needs to be oriented in the very specific way is what I meant. That shouldn't be hard. Now it's oriented in the right way, but now... Right, they have to switch places, so... Now all we have to do is just press all three levers at the same time. One more time. Okay, one more time. Okay. Wait. Right. It was just an illusion the whole time. Hello. What's wrong with you? Right. Oh, let's go. Right, this part. I hate this part. This is even worse than being chased by the grinners. Because I hate that. I hate that so much. Okay. Let's continue watching this little story that I've already seen, but oh well.
Isn't that just the way? The father hoped the daughter would fill his heart with fire, failing to see that she needed a fire of her own. His princess danced away, and he stayed behind, cemented in his ancient groove. The heart is a bottomless pit, never sated, always craving for more. Enough. Keep on walking the midnight walk then. Don't run. All the way to your infernal doom. She will be there to gobble up the enemies.
Alright, let's just move on because, yeah, I don't think I have much to comment. Other than just let's let your kids do their thing. That's the lesson. And the last string. Right, we have to ignite the heart. As always. We can even look out of his chest. This is really cool. Do you think that something lives in his crown? Because you know, he's like city. Anyway, I forgot where this leads. Wait, back over here. Hello. Right, now we can go inside. And now I'm not sure. Did we see the part 13 of this? But wait, right. We can't go out yet. We could watch the part 13, but I guess I really don't remember if we watched it or not. I guess we can watch all the rest together.
Craftsman, how do you make such perfect sculptures? To which he replied, "Oh, there's nothing to it really. I go into the dark woods, I find the sculpture already waiting inside a tree, and then it's just a matter of carving it out."
Okay. The creator, or what's his name? The craftsman went for his daughter.
When I was a child, I exchanged letters with a monster in the woods. We were best pals, and we shared all our secrets with each other. One day, my sister told me that the monster wasn't real, that she'd written me all those letters to play a joke on me. But the joke's on her, because I knew the truth about the monster in the woods, and we exchange letters to this day.
Right. I remember complaining that that's a terrible message to give. Part 14. To exchange letters with some creep in the forest. That's a terrible idea. Right, I'm still looking because I'm not sure if there was anything more than this. And if you wonder who was talking, you'll find out soon enough. It's someone we've already met.
Not very far now. Not very far. The flame longs to be free. Caged, it cannot truly burn. How beautiful. How tantalizing. It is simply the way of fire. It is what it is.
Alright. It is what it is. Very useful information. Thanks. Right, this part. Now we have to light up every single one. One, two, three. Just kidding. Can you imagine that we would have to light up every single one manually? And now? Potboy is just gonna act like an absolute lunatic. See what you did? Murder. It's gone. Good thing I never created any attachment to the house. But Potboy did. But don't worry, it's gonna get weirder. Because we'll have to save Potboy again later on. Wait, another one? I did not notice this one. I'm sure. Is that it? I guess so. Don't worry, he's not dead. He's kinda immortal. You can't get rid of him. And yeah, these guys. I hate this. Even though they won't hurt us, but yeah, they did a really good job to make them really unnerving. And here's the darkness. Just giving us the peace. But yeah, that was it. Yeah. Apparently darkness likes us. That's good, right?
When the nameless maker lost his creation to the dark, he went back to the great drawing board. In his desperation to regain control, he made an attempt to sculpt the face of the dark itself, something he thought he'd glimpsed in his nightmares. But the face wormed itself out of his mind's eye, and instead his twisted sculptures came alive, grinning and many-legged. Thus, the grinners escaped and seeped into this world as a reminder to the maker that there is always something to smile about, even when things don't go the way you hoped.
Okay, I don't remember that part. Which is really funny because yeah, there's nothing to smile about these guys. I mean, besides the fact that they play peekaboo with you. Peekaboo! Anyway, let's wake up Potboy. Now he's scarred by the cruel world. And now he'll just keep running. Yeah, but this is very pretty. I mean, I already said this many times, but yeah.
Whoa there! You look like you're about to move a mountain. That's what I get for trying to get in the way of a flame and its destination. Let him walk his walk. Ain't nothing gonna stop him now, looks like. Fairly well now, Burnt One. You're going to Moon Mountain, and that walk is for you alone. You have a tough decision ahead of you to make, just like the ones who came before. But they're all long gone. In the end, all there's left to follow is your own heart.
Yep. And I already see a collectible. Another disc. Is he humming to himself? Yeah. He's just humming. Not even like a melody or anything, just I guess meditating. What is it called? Deep. No, not that one. Not with the throat. The deep stomach thing. Or something like that. You know, the Alright. We have no ammo. And we enter the pirate world. And I don't think there's anything here. Just wasteland. Very pretty wasteland. What's up with the lights? I never thought of it, like, when they have such a massive lights, who needs sun? And here's the last part.
When I was a child, I exchanged letters with a monster in the woods. We were best pals, and we shared all our secrets with each other. One day, my sister told me that the monster wasn't real, that she'd written me all those letters to play a joke on me. But the joke's on her, because I knew the truth about the monster in the woods, and we exchange letters to this day. Oi, you the caretaker of this little fireball? What were you thinking, letting him run off? Don't you know how precious he is? Oh, yes you are. A real sunbeam.
Well, what can you do? He has a mind of his own.
The sun away.
I think he's entering his rebellious age.
Finally ceased to matter. Night skies like these. Trouble seems so far away, doesn't it? I mean, isn't this just exactly my point?
Baba?
I used to be afraid of the dark. So much so that I became obsessed with these huge electric lamps left behind by the craftsmen of old. Couldn't pry myself away from them. I'd sleep outdoors and under their blinding radiance. One day, I woke up to the noise of quivering planks and nails. And would you believe it was my own house leaving me? It had gotten so restless it grew a pair of legs, took a name, and went on a hike. Housey was its name, bless its soul. Houses have no imagination. But I bet it had a grander adventure than I could ever imagine.
Oh, collectible. Housey!
This little flame is your home, burnt one. Keep them nurtured and safe, and you'll always find yourself in the right place. Through the rain, in the dark, and over Moon Mountain.
Yep. Oh yeah, and do you know the fun part? Housey's not dead. Do you know how I know? Because we can go to the main menu and we can go visit the Housey, even though he's burnt to the crisp. I mean, burnt to the charcoal, what I meant to say. And we can watch the last 13 parts. The part 13, 14 and 15. I'm not sure if we watched this one, so let's watch it now.
Before she knew it, the little Murgle, lost and tired, came to stand before the dark itself with a burning question clenched in her fist. She felt like punching the dark with it, screaming it out like the howling Morgrim, laughing it out like the starving crawlers who had nothing left to eat but the hope of others. Who took the sun away? It then asked the Merkle. Its voice sounded like a dark forest, deep and ancient. It wasn't you, the Merkle retorted. You're its complete opposite. Surely you must be the reason it's gone. The dark then replied, I am but the absence of light, not its adversary. Light is because I am. How could I possibly hold it in my possession? The Merkle felt her anger fade. She understood little besides one thing, that the darkness was not behind the missing sun, nor her suffering. Had her journey been for naught? Would she ever feel the rays of the sun again? Bask in their glory, pick rocks on a cloudy summer's day? The Merkle was alone in her questions, but then again she wasn't. The dark held her in a blanket of nothingness that was cold and warm at the same time. So, she sniffed, what do I do now? To which the dark itself replied, you don't have to do anything. She took an hour's nap then and there, the blink of an eye by Merkle standards, and then she began the journey back home, which seemed much shorter now than it had before. Back home on her hill, memories of the Merkle's many encounters along the way came circling back into her mind. None of her new acquaintances had been able to answer her burning question, but they hadn't been a waste of time either. She knew not if the sun would return tomorrow, in another decade, century, or never. She knew now, however, that she didn't need to know. She had the dark, and in it, anything seemed possible. So busy with her search for answers, ever since she'd left home, she'd completely forgotten to look up. The stars twinkled in the night sky, and there were so many, and they kept her good company. If only a little rock-picking Merkle could know that the seemingly tiny stars were in fact thousands upon thousands of suns. The end.
Yeah, and the main thing why I wanted to play this is because this will be important later. But yeah, the Merkle, the thing we just met, that was riding herself with the monster, is now.
When I was a child, I exchanged
Wait, what?
letters with a one
With this
day.
again?
This little
Come on.
flame is your
Yeah.
unburnt one. Keep him nurtured and safe, and you'll always find yourself in the right place. On Moon Mountain.
Okay, shut up, holy crap. You talk a lot. But yeah. Now we know that darkness is a friend. And now we're here.
What is the dark? Is it ugly and cruel? Is it a place for monstrosities? For fools lost in the woods? A terrible void where all your nightmares come true? The dark could be a friend, perhaps a space where we might find each other, all of us equal under its cloak. The dark could be an embrace and the release of the old, like taking off a tight shoe laying bare one's feet and taking a first step onto a new adventure.
What is this? Is that just a rock? I guess so. I thought it's like a statue, but it doesn't seem to have features.
The dark could be a moment of clarity and calm, a break through icy clouds and the shameful stories we tell ourselves that fetter us to the clay and mud. The dark could be the space and time that we need to recover from the death of a dream and the quiet promise of new beginnings waiting on the other side of grief.
Yeah, all of this matters. For one simple reason.
In the end, the dark remains a mystery, its secrets locked away behind the stars. But one can rest assured that it is always there, watching, patiently waiting for us to enter it, with fire in our hearts and with eyes wide open.
Wait. Can we load up our gun? Yeah. I don't know why, because I don't think we're gonna need it anymore. And I don't think it really matters. But anyway, I'm pretty sure I wanted to say a lot of stuff. But I completely forgot because the game keeps talking over me. It doesn't matter because we approach the Moon Mountain.
Fire is dying, but the last embers will light the final fireplace and
There's the coroner.
send your potboy home. Can you do what you must? Naturally, you must. It is destined, and you will be loved.
Is it?
And forgotten.
Is it destined? Really? Are you sure about that? Oh yeah, this is a thing. Now we can vaporize them with a blink. This is beautiful. Just look around. We don't have to hurry. Enjoy the atmosphere. Because even though I play this for the second time, I love this a lot.
The first two-legged beings did prosper under the first sun, but it didn't matter how much they bathed in its light. They craved more. They sought to cage the sun, harness its power, and make it theirs. But the makers in their foresight had put the sun far, far away. So far that no creature could reach it. That's why, in their desperation, the two-legged ones began to collect matches, lighting them like minuscule suns of their own. But there are only so many matches in this world, and one day they'll run out, and they shall once again look to the sun.
Let's go to the Moon Mountain. Hello? Is anything in here? No. I think we got everything we could. This again.
It's just gone. I had this wretched gut feeling like something was up, like something was on the way, a danger I never could have guessed. I figured that's just how I always feel, and my worries seldom come true. And now here I am, and I have been for some time now, and it just won't come back. I'm thinking, while I had it, I didn't know what to do with it, how to care for it, enjoy it. But if I had it again tonight, I'd probably waste it all over again.
I'm sorry that I'm not talking. I'm just enjoying the atmosphere. I just love this so much. But yeah. At the same time, I'm also kind of mad that I couldn't show you my first reaction. But I think this way is better. Where are you going? What are you doing? Over here. Are you stupid? What? What was that? Why? Come on. Come on, blow. Now run over there. Not somewhere else. Right here. Stupid. Come on. Now? Was I supposed to do that? I guess yeah. Oh, don't get too far. Right, run! Alright, then. I'm still waiting for the end because that's where all of this will matter. Alright, I'm not freezing over here. Alright, I forgot that. Right. Come on. Free it away. Right. There's more. Alright. This time at least we don't have to control him because we are at the top. And there's the moon. Wait, what's over here? Right. The potboy. Alright. We're at the peak of the moon mountain. And now we enter the moon. Because that's where the sun is. Yep, that's the plot. Now, here comes the point where it matters, where I said that the Merkel just learned to enjoy the night. Right, Halsey. Of course, Halsey is still alive. Probably in insane amount of pain, but, you know, alive. Right, here comes the anime theme song. So I guess you can see where this is going. We can rather continue burning and wake up the sun, but the potboy is gonna die. Or we can stop and save potboy, but the whole world will be forever shrouded in the darkness, and potboy survives. But I think we should continue burning.
Once upon a time, some folk on the other side of this and that had the most strange and beautiful dream. I hope that tonight you caught a glimpse of it, and I wish you the levity and grace to smile in the darkest of times and on the way down your midnight walk.
And I don't think we have to watch this, so let's just skip this. But yeah, this was the Midnight Walk. But it's still not the end, because if we press resume, we can also try the second ending, which I think we should do. Now, since we already saved the day, let's now save our bro. But yeah, this is why I said that the Merkel story matters, because she learned to like the darkness, and that's pretty much the story. No matter what, you can be happy. I guess that's the moral of the story. But yeah, the good thing is that now I can just stay with my bro and we can just play video games all night long. Like, we can play the Dead by Daylight or Until Dawn, and we can play them pretty much forever. And now it's all. And yeah, that was all to the Midnight Walk. And I hope you enjoyed it, because I thought that I'm gonna enjoy it less when since I played it for the second time and I got spoiled, but nah, it was still just as enjoyable, if not even more than the first time. This game is like really cool, I love it, even though it's extremely linear, but I bet it took insane amount of effort to make it anyway, because it's not your regular, it's not just your regular 3D game where you just sculpt it in a computer. It was sculpted, like literally everything was sculpted IRL and then 3D scanned and stuff. And even through the glitches, which were less than optimal, I still enjoyed this game a lot, especially the end. And I hope you did too. If yes, don't forget to like, subscribe, check out my channel for more videos, follow me on Twitch, and we see each other in something else completely. Until the next time, see ya.